What if choosing the wrong MBA format could cost you 2 years of your life and tens of thousands of dollars? Because an online MBA and a full-time MBA can both give you the same three letters after your name. MBA. But the experience, the cost, the networking, and even the career opportunities, they could be completely different. So which one should you choose? Should you quit your job, move to a university city, and spend 2 years in a traditional classroom? Or should you keep working, study from home, and earn your MBA online? And here's the interesting part. There isn't one answer that's right for everyone. In this video, we're comparing both options across the things that actually matter. Cost, flexibility, networking, career opportunities, learning experience, and most importantly, return on investment. By the end of this video, you'll have a much clearer idea of which MBA path could make sense for your career and your finances. Welcome to MBA Simplified. Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the traditional MBA. A full-time MBA is the classic business school experience. You attend classes on campus, usually during the day, and the program becomes one of your main priorities. For many students, that means reducing their working hours or leaving their job entirely. Instead of working a normal 9 to 5 and studying afterward, you're essentially making the MBA your full-time job. The benefit? You get total immersion. You have more time for classes, group projects, networking, career events, internships, competitions, and recruiting. Now let's look at the online MBA. An online MBA allows you to complete your coursework remotely, often while continuing to work. Instead of commuting to campus, your classroom could be your bedroom, home office, coffee shop, or even your kitchen table. And that flexibility is one of the biggest advantages of online education. You can potentially study after work, complete assignments on weekends, and continue building your career while earning your degree. But there's a catch. Online learning requires discipline. Nobody may be physically standing over you telling you to study. You have to manage yourself. Let's start with one of the biggest differences. Flexibility. Imagine you're already working full-time. You have meetings, deadlines, bills, maybe even a family. Now imagine adding a traditional MBA on top of all that. That could be extremely difficult. A full-time MBA is designed to become one of your main priorities. An online MBA gives you much more control over when and where you study. So if flexibility is your number one priority, online MBA has the advantage. Now let's talk about something almost every MBA student cares about. Money. MBA tuition can be expensive, but tuition isn't the only cost. Think about housing, transportation, food, books, technology, and potentially the biggest cost of all, lost income. Let's say you're earning $60,000 a year. If you leave your job for 2 years, you're potentially giving up around $120,000 in gross income before considering raises or other factors. That's a huge opportunity cost. With an online MBA, you may be able to continue working while studying. That means you're earning money while investing in your education. But don't assume every online MBA is cheap. Some online programs can still cost a significant amount of money. The key is calculating the total cost and the potential return. Now we get to one of the biggest advantages of a traditional MBA. Networking. You're surrounded by ambitious people from different industries. Your classmates could become future executives, entrepreneurs, consultants, investors, or business partners. You might meet someone during a group project who eventually becomes your business partner, or an alumnus could help you get an interview years later. Online MBA programs can provide networking opportunities too, but you may have to be more intentional. Attend virtual events, connect with classmates, join professional communities, and actually talk to people. If networking is your top priority, full-time MBA has an advantage. Now let's talk about career changers. This is a big one. Imagine you're working in marketing but want to move into consulting. Or you're an engineer who wants to move into finance. Or you're in operations and want to move into strategy. A full-time MBA can be powerful for career switching because business schools often have career services, recruiting events, alumni networks, and company presentations. Companies may actively recruit MBA students. You can attend interviews, meet recruiters, build relationships, and potentially land opportunities that would be harder to access on your own. An online MBA can still help you change careers, but you may have to take more responsibility for making that transition happen. So if you're planning a major career change, full-time MBA may have an advantage. Let's talk about the actual classroom. A full-time MBA gives you the traditional business school environment. You debate cases, work with classmates, give presentations, and interact with professors in real time. Online learning has evolved too. Modern online MBA programs can include live classes, recorded lectures, group projects, simulations, discussion boards, and virtual collaboration. The question is, how do you learn best? If you thrive around people and enjoy face-to-face interaction, full-time may suit you. If you prefer independent learning and flexible schedules, online may be better. Here's something people often overlook. Your work experience during an MBA can be extremely valuable. Imagine you're working in finance while completing an online MBA. You learn about corporate finance in class on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, you're back at work applying those concepts to real business problems. That's powerful. You're connecting theory with practice. With a full-time MBA, you may have less opportunity to work during the program, but you gain something else. Immersion. Now here's something important. Not all MBAs are created equal. And the words online MBA or full-time MBA don't automatically determine the value of the degree. The school matters. The curriculum matters. The alumni network matters. Accreditation matters. And employment outcomes matter. A highly respected online MBA can be more valuable than a weak full-time MBA. And a top-tier full-time MBA can open doors that many other programs cannot. So don't choose a program simply because it's online. And don't choose one simply because it's traditional. Research the actual program. Here's the calculation most people forget. Opportunity cost. If you leave a $60,000 per year job for 2 years, you're potentially giving up $120,000 in gross income. Now add tuition, housing, food, transportation, and other expenses. The total investment becomes much larger. With an online MBA, you may continue earning. But there's another cost. Your time. Your evenings may disappear. Your weekends may become study sessions. And you'll need serious discipline. So both options have opportunity costs. The question is, which cost are you more willing to pay? So who is the online MBA really for? It may be a strong option if you're already working, if you don't want to leave your job, if you have financial responsibilities, if you need flexibility, or if you can't relocate for school. You're essentially saying, I want the MBA without pressing pause on my career. Full-time MBA programs may be better suited for people who want immersion, especially students who want a major career transition, people who want intensive networking, people targeting industries with strong MBA recruiting pipelines, or students who want the traditional business school experience. You're essentially saying, I'm willing to pause my current path so I can aggressively invest in my next one. But here's the biggest mistake you can make. Don't get an MBA simply because you think an MBA will automatically increase my salary. It doesn't work that way. An MBA is a tool, not a magic button. The value depends on the school you choose, your previous experience, your skills, your industry, your network, and what you actually do with the degree. Before spending years and potentially tens of thousands of dollars, ask yourself one question. What specific opportunity am I expecting this MBA to create? So, online MBA or full-time MBA? Here's the simplest way to think about it. If you value flexibility, continuing your career, and balancing work with education, an online MBA may be the better choice. If you value career switching, deep networking, recruiting opportunities, and total immersion, a full-time MBA may be worth considering. But remember, the format isn't everything. The school matters. The network matters. The curriculum matters. Your career goals matter. And your return on investment matters most. Don't ask, which MBA is more prestigious? Ask, which MBA gives me the best path toward the career I actually want? Because the best MBA isn't necessarily the one that looks the most impressive on paper. It's the one that helps you move from where you are to where you want to be. If this video helped you understand the difference between an online MBA and a full-time MBA, subscribe to MBA Simplified for more practical MBA and career advice. And remember, don't just get an MBA. Get an MBA with a purpose